Hey guys, today we have an HP Officejet 7000 wide format printer that we're going to be taking apart, and I'll show you how to take parts off of it. We already have the paper output tray that's out. I'm missing it, so that usually just pulls out. You lift it and pull it out. But we're going to use a T10 screwdriver tip, torque, size 10. It's like a star-shaped screwdriver tip for that. When the printer was on, I let the print head carrier go to the middle, took the print head out already. Just to be fair, I just put the print head back in. I'll show you how to remove it. When the print head is out here, we're going to lift this gray latch and just pull the print head out. Same thing with installing it. Put it in here, close the latch. Very simple with this printer. That's what makes it very convenient for a wide format printer, and does great work. So we're going to start off with removing the duplexer unit on the back. This is the cover right here. We're going to push it this way. Anytime you have a paper jam or paper is being out of whack, like the print is sideways, you need to make sure this is locked in right. So to remove it, you just press it in this way and pull it out. Okay, so this is not the duplexer unit, it's just basically the back cover. This does not make a duplex copy here, so I'm sorry for saying the wrong term there. So it's just the back cover of the printer and paper path unit. So this is where the paper goes through. So we're done in the back for now. Alright, so we're going to remove the screws over here. Oopsie. Okay, now we can remove the side. So you're just going to push it out like this here and press it down. This side comes out. So as soon as you remove these two screws, this side also is kind of free to go. You can just kind of lift a little bit and this just slides out. There is another screw right here that I missed, so we're going to go ahead and remove it. Okay, that's holding on to the back. And we have another screw that's holding the top. That is right here. It is accessible after you remove the side here. So it's this screw right there. There we go. After we remove those screws, we're basically able to lift this up. But before you just rip it out, make sure you disconnect everything if you want to remove it fully. So we're going to go to this side on the left here. And you'll notice when we lift this, this is one of the wires that is connected to here. This is the wire that goes to the control panel over here, to the power buttons and these control buttons right here. And it also shows the LED lights for the ink cartridges. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect that one. This one just pulls up. It's not clamped or anything. So just when you put it back in, it just slides in. Okay. Hey, Zaylee. Hey, girl. She wants to know everything too. So we got this part out. And then we have another cord right here. And that one just loops around. You can disconnect it either up here or over there. It is this wire right here. So you're just going to disconnect it and release it. It's kind of in these, let me show you real quick. It's in those plastics, so it needs to be just released from there. It's kind of within the clips. So you just kind of push it back. Or you can leave it there. Actually, you won't be able to take off. So, yeah, just go ahead and pull the cord out. Make sure you don't rip it. So just kind of don't pull it out. Push it more like in to release it. There we go. So we got this wire out. And now we can lift the whole thing up. Alright, here we go. So we got the top cover. This will give you kind of an idea how the top cover is attached. So it's these 3 hinges that hold the top cover. And as you can see here, turn on the light, it's latched in there. So if you push, if the printer was closed, you push down on that part, and you just do the same thing here, here, and here. Oops, let me make sure. Over here. I'll flip it over and I'll show you where I pressed. Then we have basically detached it. So we basically pushed on this side over here to kind of release it. So, and then it should just be able to go. So kind of when it's closed. This one is stuck some way. For whatever reason, doesn't want to go. But you kind of get the idea of how that's constructed in here. There we go. We got it detached. So this is the top cover, the top of the printer. So that's what the printer looks like inside. If you need to clean the timing strip, you can do that just while it's here. Very simple to do that. So you can see there was some use on this printer. So we'll just continue going through. But if I was to use this printer, I would clean this gunk right here. You can see there's plenty of it in there. Just to kind of keep it going, I would clean the timing strip in order to avoid any paper jams or just extra lines on the printer, or it may just cause errors. And then this is where our main board is. So to remove the main board, you really don't need to remove anything here. You can just unscrew some screws over there and get this out. So basically what we need to do is just, I would remove the wires first, disconnect them I mean, and very carefully because sometimes the ports will slide out. I'm going to remove this plastic piece right here to get us a better access and a view. So that comes out. Then there's, you can see there's a few screws that hold the main board down, and this mechanism right here is attached on top of the board. So you can see a screw right here. There's one right there. There's one in the back. And hopefully we can get to all of them without removing this top part, but if anything, we can just unscrew the screw right here and lift it. So let's see how that goes. I'm gonna remove this screw over here. I have access to it. Then this one. And this one here. Okay, let's see if this portion, so still something is holding that down. There's a screw in the back over here in this area. Okay, so after I remove that screw there, I'm able to lift and remove this main board here. Let me see, something is, you don't want to yank anything out or break anything, so I'm just going to make sure it's all good to go. There we go. So that was pretty simple, I'd say. And then everything connects over here on this side. So you can put the new one in, put it down, connect everything, put the 4 screws in that hold it, and you got yourself a new printer board. All right, the part number is right here. So for this model, it's C9299 6006. Okay. All right, we can get going with the rest of the printer. So the timing strip, you just push it to the left and you remove it if you need to replace it. If usually if you're replacing it, it's already ripped off. Keep in mind, you can always put some glue, even though I sell a lot of these, but I don't have this particular one. These are very rare, and if yours broke, you can always put some tape or something, because the area that does not have any of this tint, you can play with. So anything on the side, on the left side of the dot, you can just use your own imagination and fix it, as long as it attaches to this latch. And same thing with the right side. So that's something to keep in mind. I've had this, like on other printer models, I would have it ripped, and that's how I would fix it. I didn't have to use the ones that I have or buy another one. So same here, it detaches here. When you put a new one in, make sure you slide it in the correct slot between the sensors, and you should be able to notice that. If you don't, it'll just go back and forth and you can just redo it. So we're gonna slide that one out. And then we have this side up already. I'm just going to remove, even though most of you will not go this far, but I want to see if we can go further a little bit. We can remove this front plate right here. There we go. You remove this one. Straightforward as well. The pads are on this side. As you can see, it's the pads that collect the excess ink. There's lots of ink. This printer may have used, I'd say, at least 10,000 pages, I'd say. So, I mean, it's very good. Just wanted to show you, like, this is ink that would be good to remove. This is just very thick accumulated ink over years. As it accumulates here, it's going to be in the way of your mechanism, and it's just going to cause you errors. So if you're able to get into the printer, just go ahead and do that. Clean it up, remove excess gunk, and just clean it up a little bit. Don't spray inside just to avoid any problems, but that's the way to do it to keep your printer running. Also wanted to point out, there would be like a general printer error with where this would get stuck on the left side, the ink carrier. The problem is right here, the gear is right there inside of this. So usually I like to, if it's broken, it's really hard to put it back. You kind of got to get a new one. So I think we have a good one here. Okay, to remove it, you can just use these clips. If I know that the printer, if I'm like just not salvaging a printer at all, I'm just dismantling it, I would just go from here and push, and that releases this gear right here. And even though there's a couple, this is the one we need, the one that's inside this hole right here. So then to get to it, just remove this clip and unclip it over here. Later, like after a couple years of this problem, HP caught it, and they just made the rod together with the gear to resolve that problem. So like on B210 printers, they wouldn't have that error anymore. But anything sooner than that, it would be an issue. And I know a lot of you want to get that gear. I've ordered some from China, on like AliExpress, and I didn't have any luck. So this one looks good. It doesn't have any crack anywhere, so this one is good to be reused. So such a little gear and it's causing such an error. Goes on this rod right here. Well, I guess that's as far as we'll go with this printer. The only thing, if you need to remove the rod, for example, or the carrier unit, you would just remove the rod here, and remove this clip. It just flies off if you grab it at the right place. And same thing on this side. You just remove this clip right here. I'm gonna get a flathead screwdriver and remove this piece over here. See, it removes. There we go. Got it out on this side. Let's do it on here. Okay, removed it on the other side, so we can just pull the rod out. So, and that releases the carrier unit. You can just remove the belt. There we go. So that, then you just disconnect it, or it's already disconnected, so you just need to unlatch this over here, move it forward, and that just comes out. Yeah, so what you do is first untape this here, and then you can see how it slides back. So you just lift this latch and you move it, and there you go. So that's basically a carrier unit right there. Alright, so that's it with this printer. If you have any questions, please comment below and I'll try to answer anything I know. But in any case, I appreciate you staying and watching this, and I hope you subscribe after liking this video and sharing with others. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Have a great day.